Morning, it's Joe FUBAR here from the FUBAReditorials, and I'd like to welcome you. It's September 20th, FUBAR editorial number 8. What's my subject today? Well, it's gun control. It's a subject that just seems to consume Americans and Canadians, as we find out today. The particular topic of my discussion is Canada's Long Gun Registry database. It seems to become a political hot potato, given that there's going to be a vote in the House of Commons within a couple of days. The particular issue of discussion, to make my point on this issue, is this vote to abolish the registry, and some of the comments around it, I think, have got a very general interest on gun control. Let me start off with just a general comment. I heard a long time ago in politics a line that goes something like, if you're not a socialist in your 20s, you don't have a heart. But if you're not a conservative by the time you're 50, you don't have a head. So our views change over time, but there's a socialist member of parliament in Canada by the name of Peter Stoffer, a fairly well-respected member of our parliament, but this morning the Canadian Broadcasting Company, the CBC, ran a 23-minute live, they call it, I guess, a news conference, but they let Peter Stoffer articulate why he flip-flopped on his decision to initially abolish this long gun registry, but then to justify his flip-flop by saying why he is now going to support continuing the long gun registry. What was instrumental in his decision apparently is that initially he forgot to consult with his with the people in his jurisdiction, in his constituency, and felt that was an error because when he did talk to them, they said, oh, no, we do want the long gun registry. In Canada and also in America, this issue seems to be always lobbied, very polarized a dialogue. But the people who continue to foster gun control make the case that it helps solve or reduce crime. My position, Joe Walmart's position on this is that's a bunch of BS. I have never seen any objective evidence to support that claim. Typically, anything in this area becomes very cost inefficient for government. It just becomes an administration process that just makes and supports unnecessary jobs. I'm of the view that if someone wants to commit a crime or do harm with someone, if there isn't a gun handy, there's a knife, there's a hammer, there's an axe, there's a car, there's a cliff to throw someone off. So let's not be too stupid about this. What we see here is a lot of politicking, because this tends to be a very emotional issue. But a lot of people, when they first make a decision and make it public and then reverse it, are really fundamental to the things that are of concern to the FUBAR editorial. So I'd like to award the FUBAR Editorial BS Award today to Peter Stoffer, who is his vote will probably swing the upcoming House vote to retain it. To retain something that is costing the government millions, if not billions, and has absolutely zero effect on crime. The Toronto police especially lobby for it because they're a bunch of yahoos anyway whose primary law enforcement is to use speed traps just to make money, because I don't think they can collect any or catch any serious criminals. So anyway, that's a topic for another day. Today, it's Peter Stoffer for essentially flip-flopping and voting on something that is deemed totally cost inefficient and has absolutely no impact on crime. So to Peter Stoffer, I'd like to award you the FUBAR BS Award. Enjoy your day, sir.